When one has been born and died many times, expecting extinction with each death, and when this experience is followed by the realization that existence still continues, then a sense of divine comedy enters in. We are beginning to learn the creative joy of play. I believe, for example, that all creativity and consciousness is born in the quality of play, as opposed to work, in the quickened institutional spontaneity that I see as a constant through all my existences and in the experience of those I know. I communicate with your dimension, for example, not by willing myself to your level of reality, but by imagining myself there. All of my deaths would have been adventures had I realized what I know now. On the one hand, you take life too seriously, and on the other, you do not take playful existence seriously enough. We enjoy a sense of play that is highly spontaneous, and yet I suppose you would call it responsible play. Certainly, it is creative play. We play, for example, with the mobility of our consciousness, seeing how far one can send it. We are constantly surprised at the products of our own consciousness, of the dimensions of reality through which we can hopscotch. It might seem that we use our conscious idly in such play, and yet again, the pathways we make continue to exist and can be used by others. We leave messages to any who come by. Mental signposts. We can be highly motivated, therefore, and yet use and understand the creative use of play, both as a method of attaining our goals and purposes, and as a surprising and creative endeavor in itself. Now, in my work as a teacher, I travel into many dimensions of existence, even as a traveling professor might give lectures in various states or countries. Here, however, the resemblance ends, largely since before I can begin to work, I must set up preliminary psychological structures and learn to know my pupils before teaching can even begin. I must have a thorough knowledge of the particular system of reality in which my pupil operates, of his or her system of thought, of the symbols that are meaningful. The stability of the pupil's personality must be correctly gauged by me. The needs of that personality cannot be ignored, but must be taken into consideration. The pupil must be encouraged, but not overly extended while development continues. My material must be presented in such a way that it makes sense in the context in which the pupil understands reality, particularly in the early stages. Great care must be utilized even before serious learning can begin, that all levels of personality develop at more or less a constant rate. End of part 2 of chapter 3. Seth Speaks, the eternal validity of the soul. Let's talk about it. Here, Seth discusses the concept of experiencing multiple births and deaths, leading to a realization that existence persists beyond each death. Now, this understanding brings about a sense of divine comedy. Seth emphasizes the importance of play and creativity in consciousness, highlighting that creativity is born from a spontaneous and intuitive form of play rather than work. Seth also lets us know that communication with other dimensions is achieved through imaginative projection rather than direct will. Seth gives us a glimpse into his explorations of consciousness and the surprises and pathways that emerge from their playful endeavors. They also leave mental signposts for others to follow. Seth works as a teacher in various dimensions, adapting his approach to suit the pupil's reality and personality, while all the while ensuring balanced and continuous development. Seth emphasizes that the stability of the pupil's personality and the context of their reality are crucial considerations for effective teaching. If you've enjoyed this reading, please consider giving it a like, a share, and of course subscribing for more. What did you think about this particular reading? What did you think about this particular passage? Please leave it in the comments below. And as always, thank you.